y'all, I'm Laura and welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you the what's on my Christmas list / what I highly recommend you should put on your list video. Now, I know it's late. I know they're just a handful of days before Christmas and Hanukkah has come and gone. But here's the thing. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are in a very similar boat who thought, you know what, I'm going to shop like I usually do. I'm going to go in last minute. I'm going to ship some stuff out. It's going to get there on time. No problem. Until you discovered that, no, that's not the case in 2020. If I didn't order something 4 weeks ago, it's not going to get there because of the tremendous backlog with the Postal Service, UPS, and FedEx. So what you can instead do is do your normal thing, shop last minute, and then say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it didn't arrive on time. Enjoy it after the holidays. You'll be fine. You'll still get great use out of it. So that is my recommendation for you. None of these things are probably going to be able to be ordered before the 25th, and that is okay. Because you know what? In 2020, we all need a little bit of grace. We all need a little bit of space. And it gets there on 25th or it doesn't. It's totally fine. So instead, you can shop at your leisure, let folks know that it's coming a little later, and it'll be just a-okay. So let's get right into this. So first thing on my wish list, not actually on my wish list, this is on my highly recommended list. Y'all, I know you've heard of LL Bean. I know they've been around for 100 years. They have fantastic quality for all of their products, but I have been obsessed with two things recently. The first thing are my bean boots, okay? So these are the bean boot, and they are not the lace-up one. They are the pull-on one with the elastic band and the leather top and the rubber bottoms. So these have rubber soles. I'm not sponsored by LL Bean. I just really like these boots a lot. Rubber soles, the hand-stitched leather boot, leather topper, and the elastic. These run about $125-ish, but they will last you a lifetime. Now, I highly recommend, and a lot of times they're on back order too, so it's fine. You're like, girl, you're getting some bean boots. And they'll be like, oh my God, bean boots. You're like, yeah, but you know, they're all in back order because like LL Bean, everybody wants some. And they're like, oh my God, I totally understand, but it's cool. See, bean boots. So there are plenty of other like similarly styled brands out there. I've tried the Sperry's before. They don't fit me right. I do actually have a pair of the bean boots that are the lace-up kind, and I will tell you that I 110% prefer these much better. These boots, this was my birthday present to me, and I have been wearing these bad boys non-stop. Because you go out, it's a little chilly, you put on your thick socks, and you're just slip these on and you're good to go. The problem that I have with the lace-up ones is first of all, you always need to size down in these. Size down. I am normally a 7.5 solidly, and I think I got these in a 7. These are the 7, and they definitely have plenty of room. And the idea is like you live in Maine and need like thick socks. But the other pair that I have is a size 6 because the 7s were too big, and I can't barely get them on my feet without like straining my back to do it. So I'm probably gonna put those up on my Poshmark finally to sell them. But these ones, the pull-on bean boots, fantastic. Get them, order them, love them. You won't regret it. Next up, LL Bean on my must-have list are and these are mine. You can see they're well used. These are the Wicked Good slippers. These are, again, 100% leather, hand-stitched, made by people in Maine. They have a harder sole bottom on them, and the Sherpa E lining. These run also about $100-ish for these. I literally wear these every single day because for those of us who have been working from home for months and months, I have not worn real shoes. I have no reason to wear my real shoes, but my feet do get cold. So I wear these literally all day long. They are fantastic. I highly recommend them. I think they're like, and these are the Wicked Good slippers. So and it's literally like the wicked good slippers. I highly recommend these. Also, make sure you get you some like leather conditioner and the cleaner or whatnot. There's plenty of articles on how to clean these. These are fantastic. Get you a pair of the LL Bean Wicked Good slippers. Hands down. Gotta get them. Okay? Next up, I did make a list so I wouldn't forget what was on my list. All right. The next thing I'm going to recommend for you, and I do not have mine handy, and this again is a little more pricier item, and I'll give you some like more budget friendly suggestions as well. So the next thing on my highly recommended list is a pair of the Apple AirPod Pros. Now, there are some great prices out there on the first generation Apple AirPods right now. I did not go with those. I went with the Pros, and I'm afraid I'm going to open them and they're going to like click on. But the reason why I like the Pros better is because of the shape, and they actually have the little buttony thing on them to stick in your ear. The regular AirPods would not stick in my ear. And I know this because that style of headphone, Apple's had it forever. It doesn't fit. It falls out of my ear. These do not fall out of my ear at all. I actually took these on a run, like on more than one occasion, and they didn't fall out. And I was super nervous, like, oh crap, there's just like 2 earbuds sitting in my ear, gonna fall out as like I'm huffing and puffing up and down a hill. No movement. Now, the thing that I like the best about these are the noise canceling capability. I wear these on all of my Zoom calls all day long. Like I'm in my own room, like I'm in my own office. So I could just like talk into space if I wanted to, but I love the noise cancellation of these. It is phenomenal. It's not like 110%, like you can still hear in the background a little bit, but you can tell when it clicks in and you're like, oh, boom, the noise cancellation is on. And I got these specifically when my laptop display was broken and I had to actually like use a webcam and I couldn't hear, and like the sound was wonky. Anyway, so I got this as to tide me over until like my display was fixed, and it took like 3 months to do it. But these are amazing. Like, I know the AirPods are on sale right now, but if you are getting this for you for like a work thing, or if you're going to use them to exercise, definitely 100% get the AirPod Pros. Fantastic. Recommend all day long. Okay. Next up on my list, I made my list here. So this is one of the things that I do not currently own, but it is on my list, and I'm going to link, there's 2 of them. And I suggested both of these to my husband, so we shall see if I end up with either of them. The first thing I'm going to link below, and I'll show you a picture of it here, is a under desk treadmill. And again, I know you're like, girl, stop with like your pricey ass shit. I'm like, look, I'm going to give you some like lesser options too. But it is an under desk treadmill for folks with a standing desk. And I think I mentioned this before. My company, we have a wellness credit we have to use every year. They said that we could use it towards the outfitting of our home office. And I bought an uplift desk, and I'll put that on my wish list too, but I'll link it down below. But like, if you are in the market for a standing desk and they are pricey. I didn't pay any money out of pocket for it, but I did, like, I got an $850 like wellness credit, and I spent like every last penny of it on the desk. So anyways, so it's a treadmill, and you put it under your desk and you can just walk on it. So as we are still stuck on Zoom meetings for the inevitable future, and also like a lot of companies, when it's time to go back to the office, a lot of people are going to opt to continue to work from home, especially because at that point it'll be a year or so. And they've seen that folks are really productive working at home and being at home, and it's really not a requirement for folks to come into the office anymore, and certainly not as much as they did before. So I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna be stuck in the house, I might as well be walking on a treadmill the whole time. So I think the one that I suggested to my husband runs about like $250. We shall see. We shall see. And the other thing that I'm also going to link below is an under the desk elliptical. Now, I did the The link that I sent him was for one that was a standing elliptical. There are ones that you can sit and do like a bicycle movement or like an elliptical while sitting. Those are fantastic too, but I was like, if I'm gonna stand, I might as well either be walking or like ellipticaling at the same time. So get you some exercise while you can. But yeah, so for those folks who are like still working from home through COVID, like as we're waiting for like the vaccine to get distributed and all that good stuff, like if you were looking for a good, like amazing standing desk and you're in the market for one that's a little pricier, or you have a wellness credit from your company, and you go out and you spend every last penny of it before the end of the year, Uplift, 100% the Uplift. Like I said, I'll link it down below, but I got the one with the bamboo top and the white bottoms, and it made it look farmhouse and ish, but you know what, I love that damn thing, and it is like the best. It's the best. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, the next thing up that is on my wish list is this here, and it's a brush cleaner. It's an electronic brush cleaner. I despise washing brushes, my makeup brushes. Hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like, I would sometimes rather buy like another dollar brush from the Dollar Tree as opposed to washing another damn brush, which is really, sounds really wasteful as I've said it out loud. But I've seen a couple on Amazon and it's like $34 to get just a brush cleaner. And I am all about me getting a brush cleaner. So we shall see if perhaps that makes it under the tree this year as well. But yeah, I really like the one that I linked over there. It looks good. It's in my wish list. So fun fact, what I do is I have an Amazon wish list that I add things to like periodically throughout the year, and then I keep sending my husband the link to my wish list. I'm like, hey, you need something? You need an idea? Check it out. All right. Next thing up that I wanted to show you. This here is kind of pseudo sponsored, and it is, but I do highly recommend it as a good holiday gift. And this here, I did receive in return for my review, but you know what? I like it. I like it a lot. So this is all natural. This is Calm by Wellness CBD oil. And so this is all natural, cruelty-free, non-GMO, non-toxic, made in the US. And this is, it is calming CBD oil. And so for those of you who know, CBD oil is rendered from the cannabis plant, but it does not have THC in it, which is the stuff that gets you high. This is just like the good, I guess it depends on your definition of like good stuff, because like I wouldn't be sad. I don't live in a state where THC is okay, but soon I will. Anywho, still illegal here in North Carolina, but it's all good. All right, so this stuff here is fantastic. This is a calming oil, and it is peppermint flavored, and you put a drop on your tongue in the morning or in the evening. And I have been using this recently because it's been a bit of a stressful time this holiday season, just with some other like stuff that's going on that I already mentioned previously. So yeah, this is great stuff. I highly recommend it. Y'all, we all need some calm. We need some calm. Even in the light of like, yes, we've got the vaccine is being shipped out to folks. There's, you know, brighter days are coming, but that doesn't mean this is not still a stressful time for a lot of folks. And by God, anything that you can do to get you some calm, do it. This is good stuff. So highly recommend it. And I'll put their link down below as well. So yeah, get you some good stuff. All right, next up on my list is a fuzzy blanket. My husband's like, why do we have so many blankets? And I said, why don't we have more blankets? Here's the thing about 2020. You need all the calm and peace and happiness that you can drum up. And you know how we can achieve that is by some coziness. When I tell you that most people on my gift list received a blanket this year, I am not exaggerating. You saw in the video that I posted yesterday, my Secret Santa gifts. Both of my Secret Santas got a blanket. Both of my direct reports got a blanket. Miss Wanda, our sitter, she got a blanket too. Morgan and I went to Five Below yesterday to pick out some stuff for gifts. I'm not going to say who got what, but I will tell you we purchased more than one blanket. I will never be sad to receive a blanket. Last year, Kevin bought me one of those weighted blankets, and it is my favorite thing on the planet. So if you don't get a fuzzy blanket, get you a weighted blanket. I sleep with that damn thing every night. It could be 110 degrees here in North Carolina, and I'll blast the fan so that I can have that damn blanket because it is spectacular. So get you a blanket. Yeah, pretty much if you didn't get a blanket for me, you got a coffee mug, and most people got both. So you enjoy that. Last up, I don't have any of these to show you right now, but I'm going to put a plug in for one of my very, very, very most favorite, not sponsored by any stretch of the imagination, coffee companies, because we know that Laura loves her coffee any time of the year. Any time of the year, I love making my coffee. But my very most favorite coffee shop on the planet is a place it's called Allegheny Coffee and Tea Exchange. It is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is downtown in the Strip District. And they roast all of their own coffees. Now, the other thing that we know about Laura is I don't like creamer. I prefer flavored coffee. So I'd rather have a flavored coffee with just half and half. And they literally have the best flavored coffees, and they have like 50 different flavors of coffee. So, the thing is too, their per pound coffee is so reasonable. It is $10.95 a pound. And I know this because we were out, like Kevin and I were out doing some shopping, and we were at a local shop, and there was a local like coffee roaster there, and they're like, oh look, we have these like flavored coffees, and we're like, oh, how cool is that? And they wanted like $17.95 a pound, and I'm like, why on earth would we get it for $17.95 a pound when we can order it online and have it shipped to us, and the shipping is really cheap. They only charge you like $5 shipping, and it's $10.95 a pound. So we have been ordering, so I'll back up. Every year when we would go up to visit my folks, we would always stop in the Strip District on the way home and stock up on a ton of coffee. When the pandemic hit, we were like, you know what? We should just order this online. And we found out like they give you like half price shipping. So it's like $5 or $7 for shipping. And then the coffee is per pound like $10.95 a pound. So it's still like, it's literally cheaper than getting it at Fresh Market here. Because Fresh Market runs anywhere from like $11 to $12 a pound, and it's not as good. And so ever since the pandemic hit, we've been ordering it online, and we'll order like 6-7 containers at a time. It'll last us like a month or two because we drink a lot of coffee, and then we'll up the order. So I stopped. So as I was leaving from my mom's just last week, I stopped in the Strip District on the way there, and I got like 8 things of coffee, and it is so freaking good. I got like all of the holiday flavors. I had some tinsel toddy this morning. It was spectacular. So if you want to shop small and support some local businesses as they're continuing to like work through and stay alive during the pandemic, 110%, please go check out Allegheny Coffee and Tea Exchange. They don't know me. They just know that like I'm the crazy girl who came in and bought like 8 pounds of coffee last week, and I order ish to North Carolina all the time, but please check them out. They are absolutely spectacular, and anybody on your wish list would be super duper thrilled. Any coffee lover on your wish list would be so thrilled to get some coffee. And they have tea too, but I don't know what kind of tea they have, and I love tea, but I don't know what kind they have, but I'm sure it's delicious, but I just always get the coffee. So that's it. I could go on and on about other wish list items, but I did want to talk, just stop by and say, here are the things that I really love. And I think that if you know people, they're going to love those too. And throw in some plugs for some of my favorite things. And remind my husband like what I wanted. He doesn't watch this channel anyways. He's not even subscribed. He offered to subscribe to my channel when I was at like 999. He's like, I could be the 1,000th. I'm like, no. Yeah, come on now. You don't comment on it later. Anyways, so that is my what I want for Christmas, my wish list, and my highly recommended items for 2020. Again, don't fret, because just tell them that shipping is taking longer because the carriers need to get the Rona vaccine out to folks so you can wait for your slippers to arrive. It's going to be fine. So I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy. I would super duper appreciate it if you like, commented, and subscribed. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.